Deep in the crushing blackness of the Abyssal Zone, where the pressure is strong enough to snap a submarine like a twig, there exists a creature that defies every rule of biological aesthetics. Looking less like a living animal and more like a discarded marionette puppet with broken strings, drifting aimlessly in a void that has never seen the light of the sun. This is the Magnapinna, or Bigfin Squid, an organism that has haunted the nightmares of marine biologists and internet users alike since its discovery. Primarily because its anatomy triggers a deep, primal psychological alarm bell in the human brain, known as the Uncanny Valley, suggesting that what we are looking at is an intelligent mimic rather than a simple squid. Unlike its relatives that jet through the water with athletic speed and power, the bigfin acts like a ghost, hovering motionless in the water column for hours at a time, suspended by massive wing-like fins that ripple gently to maintain stability, while its terrifyingly long appendages hang down below it like a curtain of sticky fishing line, waiting for a victim. For decades, this creature was nothing more than a rumor or a misidentified smudge on grainy film until deep-sea oil drilling operations in the Gulf of Mexico began sending robotic cameras down to inspect their wellheads, accidentally capturing high-definition footage of these alien entities staring back at the lens with a calm, unnerving silence that shocked the operators. The most striking and disturbing feature of the Magnapinna is undoubtedly the arms, which do not taper gently like an octopus, but instead extend outward horizontally before making an abrupt, impossible 90-degree turn, creating the appearance of rigid, mechanical elbows that look as if they contain human-like joints rather than soft cephalopod muscle. These tentacles are not merely strange appendages, but are actually sensory traps that can stretch for over 20 feet below the creature's body, creating a massive invisible kill zone that allows the squid to feel and snare prey that is swimming far beneath it, effectively turning the animal into a living, drifting spiderweb that covers a massive volume of water. Despite having been known to science for over 20 years, we have never actually witnessed a bigfin squid eating, leaving us to speculate wildly about how it uses these spindly, fragile limbs to capture food without them snapping off in the struggle, leading to the theory that they rely on microscopic hooks or an incredibly potent adhesive mucus. One of the prevailing theories, which makes the creature even more unsettling, is that it drags these tentacles across the sediment of the ocean floor like a trawling net, blindly groping the mud for unsuspecting shrimp or fish, acting as a silent, hovering vacuum cleaner that consumes anything unfortunate enough to bump into its trailing fingers. The environment these ghosts inhabit is as alien as they are. A world of perpetual darkness and crushing pressure where the temperature hovers near freezing, forcing the animals to move in slow motion to conserve energy, resulting in the trance-like, hypnotic drifting behavior that makes them look so incredibly eerie on video. There There is a distinct discrepancy between the juvenile specimens, which have been caught in trawling nets near the surface, and the adults seen in the deep, suggesting that as they mature and descend into the abyss, their tentacles undergo a grotesque elongation, transforming them from standard squid into these spindly, impossible giants of the deep. What truly terrifies people about the bigfin is the lack of relatable biology. It has no visible face, no discernible eyes in the darkness, and it does not react to the bright lights of submersibles with fear or aggression, but simply hangs there, processing the intrusion with an alien intelligence we cannot comprehend. Because they live at such extreme depths, often exceeding 4,000 meters, they are incredibly difficult to study, meaning that every single video clip we have of them is a rare diamond of data. Yet even with high-definition cameras, the water distorts their size, making it hard to grasp that some of these creatures are as tall as a 2-story house. The elbow mechanism remains the greatest biomechanical puzzle, as cephalopods are famous for being soft-bodied invertebrates with no bones, yet the Magnapinna maintains this rigid 90-degree angle against the current, suggesting a unique internal cartilage structure or a pressurized hydraulic system that science has yet to dissect. In a world where most deep-sea creatures are terrifying predators with massive teeth or bioluminescent lures, the bigfin stands out because it is quiet, relying on stealth and patience rather than speed and violence, making it a symbol of the passive, lurking danger that characterizes the midnight zone of our oceans. Recent expeditions have begun to spot them in oceans all around the world, from the Gulf of Mexico to the coast of Australia, proving that this is not an isolated anomaly, but a globally distributed species, a silent legion of ghosts hovering just out of reach of our civilization in every ocean on Earth. The visual similarity to the alien entities from films like War of the Worlds or Arrival is not lost on the public, and it serves as a humbling reminder that our imagination for extraterrestrial life is often outmatched by the reality of the evolution that has taken place on our own planet over millions of years.
As technology improves, and we send more autonomous drones into the trench, we are likely to find that the Magnapinna is just the tip of the iceberg, a gatekeeper to a deeper layer of biological weirdness that we have not yet developed the sensors or the courage to fully explore. For now, the Bigfin Squid remains a ghost story, a grainy video clip shared on forums and analyzed by experts who are desperate to understand how an animal can look so artificial and yet be so perfectly adapted to a world where life hangs by a thread. It drifts in the dark, silent and watching, a creature made of elbows and string that serves as the ultimate proof that the ocean is not just a body of water, but a separate universe right here on Earth, waiting for us to blink.